entitled Winter's Gift. And something else new we're going to try. Company Ron Garcia volunteered to put the beautiful illustrations up on the TV. I know not everyone can see it, but for the most part, most of you can follow along with the reading. And we're going to have just a little woodwind quartet playing a little bit of background music while this is going on. Okay? This is my wife, Judy. Hold it right up here.
Okay. This is a story called Winter's Gift. And it was written and illustrated by Jane Monroe Donovan. It's a very warm and tender story, I think, that we'll all really enjoy. Begins. It was December 24th, and there had been a terrible blizzard north of the small town. Everything was cobbled down and covered in white. When the old man woke that morning, his bones ached more than usual, which probably meant more snow was on the way. He headed outside to chop firewood. The old man lived on a small farm nestled in the woods at the edge of town. As he walked through the snow, he saw cardinals darting in and out of the trees, chickadees sitting on the woodpile, and deer tracks everywhere. The snow glistened all around him. As the old man worked, he began to daydream. He daydreamed of the Christmases that had come before. Every year, on this very day, the old man and his wife went into the woods to find the perfect Christmas tree. This usually took a while, but eventually they would find a tree that they were sure was the prettiest ever. Then they would bring the tree back to the house and begin decorating. He would put on the lights while she made hot tea and sandwiches, and together they would hang the ornaments. And finally, when the tree was just right, his wife would take out a wooden box that held a beautiful star. I would like for you, as you look at that wooden box, to look at the wooden box that I have in my hand. Just about the same as the one in the picture, isn't it? And what is in the wooden box? A beautiful star. The star is the most important part of the tree. She would always say, it's a symbol of hope. And no matter how bad things get, you should always have hope. Would one of you like to hold this for me? Okay. Just sit right there and hold that for me. Thank you. But now, the old man didn't have hope anymore. He had lost his wife in the spring and was alone. This year there would be no Christmas tree and no Christmas star. The old man finished stacking the wood and went inside to fix his dinner. Now, not far away from the old man's house, a mare wandered alone through the woods. Do you know what a mare is? A mare is a horse. It's a lady horse. During the blizzard, she had become separated from her herd of wild horses. The swirling snow and blowing wind were so strong that she had fallen behind and gotten lost. After the storm was over, she wandered the woods trying to find her herd. She had never been alone before and was very frightened, but all she could do was keep walking. Now, as this day ended and it grew dark, new snow started to fall. In the distance, the mare could hear wolves howling, and she needed to find a safe place for the night. The wind whistled and huge snowflakes swirled around her, but she was growing weary and so cold as she struggled through the deep snow. The sound of the howling seemed closer. Exhausted, the mare couldn't go any farther. She came to a clearing in the woods and then collapsed into the snow, letting out a small nicker. From in his kitchen where he had been fixing his dinner, the old man thought he heard something outside. He put on his coat and boots and grabbed the ladder and headed out the door. The barn near the woods, but didn't see anything. Just as he was about to turn back, he saw a shape in the snow and heard a whinny. Using his scarf as a rope, the old man gently coaxed the mare to her feet. He led her into the barn. The barn had not been used in years, but it was still in good condition and would keep her warm and safe. The old man ran to his house and brought back blankets and carrots for the mare. He gave her water and dried her off. He made her as comfortable as he could. The barn felt warm and cozy, and soon the old man drifted off to sleep. There he is, asleep on the hay. It was morning. He had been so tired he had slept all night. It was morning when he finally awoke, and for a minute he forgot where he was. And then he remembered and looked over to the mare. Snuggled against her side was a newborn baby foal. Now the baby foal is a little baby horse. And there she was. Couldn't believe his eyes. There in the center, though, of the little foal's forehead was a perfect white star. The mare gently nuzzled her foal. The old man smiled and realized he had been given a special gift. And for the first time in a long while, he looked forward to tomorrow. Would you stand up and hold up the star? This, hold it up so everybody can see. And this was a little star that they put on the tree, and that was the shape of the star on the newborn baby foal. Thank you.
How many young children do we have in the audience? Would you raise your hand? Young children? Yeah, like for all of you to do is just come up here, find a comfortable spot right on the floor, because I want to introduce you to things. Come on, don't be back. Don't be back.
Charlie, Santa Claus has landed and they're bringing him over.